My name is Mohamad Abdallah, and today we're going to talk about the Mcdonaldization of society. The American sociologist George Richard has attracted wide attention with his concept of Mcdonaldization of society. In his book, he explains in particular ways how the success of the American hamburger chain has impacted upon not only the economical patterns, but in particular on a multitude of facets of social life in general. So then, what is Mcdonaldization? Mcdonaldization is the process by which the principles of the fast food restaurants are coming to dominate more and more sectors of the American society, as well as the rest of the world. The dimensions of Mcdonaldization or the principles of Mcdonaldization are four: efficiency, predictability, calculability, and control. In this video, we will explain each and every one of them and relate them in everyday life. The first principle we are going to discuss today is efficiency. Efficiency is generally a good thing. It is clearly advantageous to consumers who can obtain what they need more quickly with less effort. Similarly, efficient workers can perform their task more rapidly and easily. Managers and owners gain because more work gets done, more customers are served, and greater profits are earned. Increasing efficiency is behind just-in-time production, faster service, streamlined operations, and tight schedules everywhere. Each and every process of the business is organized to ensure that everything happens at the right time and the right place, to ensure that the maximum gratification of the customer and the maximum profit for the company are ensured. Since the service there is super efficient and fast, customers will be satisfied easily within no time, pleasing their wants and needs and persuading them to stay longer. For the second principle, we have predictability. Predictability is maybe the one dimension of the McDonald's setup that is most directly aimed at how it is perceived by its customers. It is imperative that the products must be the same everywhere, so that being in Moscow or Japan wouldn't be that big of a problem. If you get homesick, at least McDonald's would be the same as it is back home. I want you to remember one time you have traveled and went to a McDonald's in a different country. Was the menu anything different from back home? No. Naturally, this would preclude any possibility of customers expecting anything else than the standard McDonald's fare. The third point is calculability. According to George, our culture is focused more and more on quantity rather than quality in our purchases. We want to supersize everything. Items are advertised with emphasis on how much you can get for the money rather than how it tastes. Items are purchased in preset size and we always assume bigger is better. This often relates with the principle of demand and supply, where the demands are increasing and the prices are decreasing, in addition to supplying more and more by the producer. The last point in Mcdonaldization is control. The dimension of control, especially through the substitution of non-human for human technology. This tendency, by far not unique to McDonald's, enables the company to far better control the uniformity of production and to at least partly eliminate the hassleness of having to deal with human beings. The goal is to get the customer in the store to the product and out again as quickly as possible. In order to accomplish this, barriers are put in place to keep customers from wandering or staying too long. This will eventually lead to an economical crisis and unemployment will fall upon us. Since human beings are being replaced by machines, employment rates will decrease and decrease. In addition to this, there will be no social interaction whatsoever. It truly does not matter who you are as a customer or employer, as long as the system is working. Now, let us see how Mcdonaldization is implemented in our life. In the past, healthcare was simplistic in nature. Doctors knew all of their patients and their families on a personal level. Follow-up appointments were normal as doctors were concerned about patient progress for their own peace of mind. This is no longer the case. Mcdonaldization has found its way into the healthcare, taking away the beneficial aspects of healthcare. Firstly, the factor of efficiency has led to minute clinics, patients completing questionnaires, broader use of medical assistance, and brief visits with the physicians. In today's society, clinics often employ less expensive and skilled physicians in order to reduce the time physicians spend with patients. From an individual's first interaction with a receptionist, patients are typically given a questionnaire in hopes to decrease the time needed to spend with a doctor. Second, predictability has affected healthcare in many ways. A simple visit to the doctor has now become like a formula. When entering a clinic, the receptionist will begin by filling out the necessary paperwork and informs the doctor of the patient's arrival. The nurse will typically then take your temperature, pulse rate, and blood pressure and notes his or her findings with a little human interaction. Third is calculability. In the light of healthcare, patients are not immune to calculability, as the care they receive is increasingly a function of cost and financial return to the system. And rather than focusing on the quality of the service they are receiving, patients are overcoming and focused on how much the service is going to cost. Quality measures such as length of stay typically confuses quantity with quality. Lastly, non-human machines are beginning to become more involved in healthcare. It is influencing small aspects of it, such that pharmacies now can have prescription deliveries to customers' home, much like a machine would. Technology also influences large aspects of the healthcare system as medical records become electronic. Finally, it comes as no surprise that Mcdonaldization has changed a lot of our norms. For example, the drive-up window, salad bars, fill your own cup, self-serve gas line, versus the old-time groceries where you gave your order to the grocer. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Bye.